Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin market as usual. On Mondays, last week on the Bitcoin market was relatively quiet time period because take a look at this is a weekly chart of the Bitcoin and take a look at the recent week was inside one to the previous. And in general, in the last 3 weeks, you can see that trading range is not really very significant. That points on the retracement feature of the price action. So after the collapse has happened, market stands flat. Currently, it mostly remains a kind of the flag consolidation or something of that sort. That actually we clearly see on a daily chart. So we already talked about it. That market is forming some consolidation, or even better to draw it as a kind of a pennant pattern. So it will be even better. Following the classical analysis, so forming of the pennant or flag pattern after the strong action, whether this will be down, like in our case, or up, it means the continuation pattern, and it means that sooner rather than later, market should show the downward continuation here. Indeed, if we'll take a look at the weekly chart, our major target 72 even, major 618 support, and the ABCD pattern has not been reached. It means that we should be ready for some downward action, at least to 72 area, but I suppose that this could be greater, and because market is not at the overbought, not at the oversold right now, so you can see a lot of room. This market could easily fluctuate around and could drop more if major 618 support will not be strong enough to hold the price action. So that's what we see right now on the weekly chart. So in fact, you can see on the weekly chart stands the same story as we talked about it last week. On the daily chart, market continue price action inside our channel, which is actually a pennant or flag on the weekly chart. On the daily, you can see that it looks like the channel pattern, and the price action inside of the channel as well mostly brings and carries features of the retracement, because we do not see any thrusting action, not strong acceleration. Daily range, you can see very small, so a lot of candle stands very tight range. Overall action is very gradual, deep retracements here. So last week we said that here we need to be careful to any signs of the possible coming breakout inside of the channel. So for example, as we talked on Friday, that if we will see that early reversal will happen inside of the channel, market starts dropping back to the bottom, well, it could be the sign that market is preparing the breakout. Because technically here we have actually the same bearish factors that we discussed already in last week. We have kind of the bearish dynamic pressure that we see because trend has turned bullish. Market shows that some upward action, but too slow and mostly could be treated as the just flat action. This is a kind of the signs of the bearish dynamic pressure which suggest the possible downward action could happen. Besides, we have two uncompleted targets. First is butterfly. It's 1618 butterfly has not been completed, and next one is 64 is XOP with our major ABC top pattern. Speaking on the butterfly, usually when market shows the acceleration rate to the 127 extension, as it has happened here, after some pause on maybe minor retracement, market in most cases drops further to the 1618. This is almost always happens when the market shows the fast action right to the first target. So that's why the overall context here is not bad for waiting for downward continuation sooner rather than later, probably. Although trend stands bullish, but the price action, well, maybe it is possible to take some bullish positions inside of this channel and some minor patterns, but in general, overall price behavior looks more in favor of the possible downward action. On the intraday charts, we have a few patterns that we could talk about. So personally, I'm not intending to trade them, but if you trade on very small time frame, maybe it will be useful for you. So if you take a look at the volatile time frame chart here, we could get this ABCD pattern. if market will continue action inside of the channel, or at least you could calculate the COP target of this ABCD pattern. This could be hit, probably it will be somewhere in this area, approximately 85 even, so will be COP. This market could hit. Because now we see some bounce up from the lower border of the channel, and market's showing upward continuation here. So no signs and reasons to take short position we do not have yet. But on the daily chart, as I said, we also do not have any bullish setup. So on the daily, it's nothing to do. But on intraday charts, if you would like to trade it, you would like to, you have the bullish view on the Bitcoin market, you could try to find some bullish patterns and trying to follow them. So currently it seems that 85 it could be the nearest target, because it will be 618 extension of this ABCD pattern near its trading COP. At the same time, on the hourly chart, we have even minor patterns, recent ABCD. You can see that market hits the OP. Here now it's coming to the XOP. XOP will be around 43.40, very close to the COP on the follow time frame chart, and in general that will be near standing 84.40, 618 resistance. So that's approximately the first cluster of the targets that we could get, as market could reach. And then we need to keep an eye on what will happen. If market will continue to move high above the 85, it means that it's coming to 89, 90 even. So that will be 30% resistance. That's also confluence resistance. If you remember, we talked about it already when we talked about this initial ABCD pattern that was the opportunity to sell. So this level is still valid. This will be next target if market will pass through the 85. If there will be some problem and barrier for the market just starts going down again, dropping right back down, we could get the butterfly guys here, and this butterfly theoretically could finalize the 72 target that stands on the weekly and on the daily chart. So here we need to be careful. And major setup, that major issue that we should keep an eye on is possible early bearish signs. Very often it happens inside of some consolidations, triangles, channels, rectangles, that market turns early back in the previous direction. So for example, it can't reach the opposite border, reach the halfway here, and turns down, dropping lower. That will be the first sign. It's very often happens. That's actually what we have on Bitcoin market. Not really too much, but it seems that silence before the storm, because in recent 3 weeks the tide range is very small, and it also means that market is building an energy and breakout could follow very soon.